So, currently underway, Braun-Duin on Lantern Control. You know that could mean we'll see the board state. His opponent is Ryan and Aucoin on Jeskai. It is one game apiece. So now the question is going to be just how far in are we on the Lantern Prison? Looks like we have Lantern of Insight, Codex Shedder, Prixis of Pandemonium. And for Brian, is it
Search for Escanta? That is, so I've played against these blue versions of the deck. War of Invention was originally the reason to go for blue, but Search for Escanta makes your blue counterspell matchups just so much better for the Lantern deck. You just get higher access to finding more Codex Shredders or even just more whatever business they interact with you on. Not to mention you filter your draws a little bit. This card plays very well in this deck.
Right, we see the top deck being controlled on Ryan's side. For BBD, he's going to start milling. He gets rid of Relic of Progenitus with the Pixis. That is a pretty important card here to get rid of against Lantern. They use the graveyard a lot.
And this is nice because Brian does not need that extra Lantern either. These effects that hit both players, the Ghoul Color's Bell and the Pixis, are really nice.
Geist of St. Traff now on top of Ryan's deck. The thing to keep in mind is that there's no Ensnaring Bridge found yet for Ryan. That's the missing piece of the puzzle.
Right, so BBD is going to want to mill this Geist for that reason.
And there's some amount to burn in Aucoin's hand. Certainly not 18 points worth.
No. This a tougher matchup for Lantern is actual traditional burn, because they get the life totals quickly. Ryan needs to get some threats.
And I like this. BBD trying to mill Geist of St. Traff with Codex Shredder. However, in response, Ryan electrolyzes BBD and draws the Geist off his own deck.
Now there's a lot of pressure on BBD to find an Ensnaring Bridge.
Well, this is interesting. Ryan actually passed the turn. It looks like this was all on Ryan's end step, so that's why you didn't see him just cast that Geist.
Right.
BBD tries to cast Ancient Stirrings, but Ryan is quick. Says he'll Spell Queller it, so does not want BBD to find a bridge. And it says go, a land run for Ryan. A negate lying on top, that's a strong one too.
And on top of the Geist, Ryan's hand is Logic Knot Dispel.
I like what's going on here. Dispel likely not live. He swings in for 2, BBD down to 14, but that Logic Knot's good.
Yeah, the Logic Knot is a catch-all. You bring in Dispel because of War of Invention specifically.
Yeah.
You don't always hit it.
I mean, there's a lot of cards in the deck that really aren't good. Dispel's better than some of them.
Right.
But I think at this point in the game, we're looking at Logic Knot. However, we're also looking at 8 power on the board with BBD at 14. This is 2 hits from lethal. And you notice that BBD now milling himself. He's trying to find that Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, he just needs that. And he really needs to find it this turn and next turn after it's counterspelled.
And there is Ensnaring Bridge on top as Brian draws Spire of Industry. Make the land drop, but the path they're on is BBD plays bridge, it gets Logic knotted, and BBD loses.
Did BBD trigger a Search for Escanta there? It seems like he deliberately drew that land. It's possible that he wants to Codex Shred something back.
Okay.
But you see the way it lines up. This is obviously hindsight, but he would have rather drawn the Ensnaring Bridge. He also already has Academy Ruins.
And well, he's going to go for Whir of Invention, it looks like here. And that makes sense. That's why he wants to draw the land. But he wants to keep those up. And Dispel from Ryan. This was a card that said may not be live. That BBD had Whir makes it live. Ryan swings for 8. And yeah, it looks like, one card in hand for Ryan. It's going to be Logic Knot. This may set up very nicely for the Jeskai player.
Yeah, BBD literally needs discard spell plus Ensnaring Bridge on the same card. He can't do it from here. That Logic Knot should seal it.
And Snapcaster Mage on top for Aucoin. But he's got BBD down to 5. He just needs one more attack. It looks like he's going to do it. Brian mills the Ensnaring Bridge away for a bauble. Gonna Pixis away the bauble. See Inquisition of Kozilek. Well, that'll hit Logic Knot. Should see how he mills the bridge. Do you think that BBD is looking for a different line than just landing bridge?
It certainly suggests that there's one Pyroclasm in his sideboard.
Okay. He mills away the Inquisition of Kozilek. Top card's Mox Opal. I guess what he's doing is he's getting extra chances to look for Pyroclasm. Yeah. He can still Academy Ruins.
Yeah, he still technically has access to the bridge. The problem is he doesn't have access to bridge this turn. He has to pay 2, activate the ruins, and he only has 2 lands up. He can't cast the bridge from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Ryan shows that he has the Logic Knot.
Yeah.
Well, Brian will Pixis. And he'll shred away the last card here. Looks like that means his draw for turn is going to be another Codex Shredder. That shouldn't work. So he'll use the Lantern to shuffle his deck. He's got a card he's looking for.
The way this is progressing, I have to figure it's that Pyroclasm. He doesn't have anything that's going to beat this Logic Knot.
An Abrupt Decay. That do it?
Yeah, can't hit the Geist.
No, and that'll go. So Ryan is your winner with Jeskai Control. He improves to 6-1.